All right, change of plans. Let's go check out this one, Big Booty Bread Co., which is on 23rd Street. All right, thank you so much. Have a good one. Yay. My first experience. Let's see.
Oh, it's lovely. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you. And something that my husband did for me today, he packed my lunch. It was so nice of him. Friend here, Julia, who today won't be in the vlog, but maybe tomorrow. And she's sharing, so you can hear her voice, but you can't see her face yet. She's a mystery.
I'm okay, I don't mind.
You don't mind? Good morning, Jupiterines. Today up before the sunrise because I have to be there before
The next station is Bellingham.
8 a.m. And if I was to miss this train, the next one, I would have arrived there like 8:30. So it's a big difference, right? Maybe even later, like 8:35, 8:40, because there's there's not as many trains, unfortunately. But the thing that I'm enjoying so much about the morning is the sunrise, and it's something that I would love to create in the future, to go to sleep early and to enjoy the sunrises because they're stunning. So far I haven't really managed that, only once in a while. But yeah, my grandparents used to do that. They did it for work because we lived on a farm. But nonetheless, I still think we should be doing it not just for that reason, but literally for any reason. Literally for the reason of just waking up with the sun. I think we were meant to do that. So, at least for us who are on this hemisphere where we can actually get plenty of sun, and we also have a night, because some parts of the world don't get that, but we do. And in the meantime, I'm also gonna get my makeup done because this morning I did not apply any makeup. I just literally ran, and I think I have it with me, because if I don't, that's gonna suck. I do. My makeup is very simple, so there is not much for me to worry about. But nonetheless, I want to look professional. And yeah, my skin is peeling. Pretty bad, but the good thing is it doesn't hurt that much, like a touch. I applied a lot of aloe vera on it, like the cream, and a lot of aloe, and that really helps for it, and I was able to sleep and everything. So yeah, I forgot to bring the sunscreen with me tonight, this morning, because I didn't prepare it last night. And this morning, obviously, I just walked out, and I was also gonna take with me an energy drink. Hold down, I thought about it right now. I should have took a Celsius with me, but it's too late. It's too late, and I'm probably gonna enjoy another matcha. Since I'm gonna arrive early, I'm gonna enjoy a matcha drink. Yay! That is exciting, actually. I'm excited for that part. Alright, let's apply a touch of makeup. one thing I like about having suntan is the fact that I don't need much concealer or barely any at all, and that feels amazing.
The next station is Waldwick.
Well, the truth is I don't need it in general, but when I want to go to work, I kind of I just kind of want to apply something just so I can look a little bit more professional.
This station stop is Waldwick.
I remember when I used to work in the agency world, somebody once said to me, "Oh, you look like you just woke up." And I thought that was like a mean thing for someone to say, because I just felt like, what does this person mean? This is my face throughout the day as well, like not just when I wake up. But then I learned from some other ladies that basically, I think it was actually a guy who said that to me, that like there's an expectation to wear makeup, and I was like, but that's not my natural face. My natural face was the one you just saw a moment ago. And why should I be wearing makeup? Like, why doesn't he wear makeup? Nonetheless, I don't think any of us should need makeup. I don't think it should be a necessity or a requirement. Blush today too, because I have suntan, so there's a lot of natural blushing. Doing makeup with a mirror like this is a little tricky, but I do my best. Let's apply a little bit of this here and here. Lately I haven't been wearing mascara, and that has been something that I've been doing on purpose. And I think this is about it. We just need a little bit of lipstick, and that's it. I was thinking to apply more of a nude color, but then I was like, why? Why would I apply a nude color when I'm a person who loves bold lip colors? So now what I'm gonna do is gonna do a few breathworks, a little bit of intention setting, just mental intention setting, emotional intention setting, and then I'll probably be on my phone. I wanted to share some stories last night about the kitties. So I'm gonna do that, I think, because they were melting my heart, literally. Yeah, hold on. Am I missing something? Just realized something. I think it's fine. I usually apply a little bit of a concealer right over here, but I don't know if I need one because I'm sunburned. I think I'm not gonna find. This is what I like. Suntan. Hey. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, Chipirins, I have arrived here at Penn Station and I want to find gluten-free stuff, but let's check the bakery that's here. Good morning, do you have gluten-free anything?
Gluten-free, you mean bread or breakfast?
Like any pastry?
No, but this is everything gluten-free.
These are gluten-free?
Yes.
No, I wanted more like a croissant or something. All right, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. So, hey, I tried it, right? The cafes, which I thought were bakeries, but they're cafes and I think bakeries or whatever. They serve baked goods. There's a Starbucks right here, but they don't have anything gluten-free. I don't have to ask. I know they don't, especially not croissants. So the ones that I looked up yesterday are not opening until like 10 a.m. One of them 8 a.m. And that doesn't serve me, obviously. I need, hold on, I have to make sure I'm going the right direction. I think I'm going this way, 7th Avenue, yeah. So I'm actually gonna go to a different bakery. It's called NY. They have donuts here, but the Krispy Kreme. Sorry, do you guys have anything gluten-free? No, they don't carry anything gluten-free. Thank you. Yeah, I don't carry anything gluten-free, so no luck there. No luck there. There's another bakery coffee. Let's see if they have anything. No, I don't think so. This is a small one, so they're not gonna keep a product on a shelf that doesn't sell much. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to this one. Let me show you which one it is. I'm gonna go to this one. New NY Bakery and Desserts. It's for me about 10 minutes walk, he said, but I'm not starting work at 7 today. I'm starting work at 8. Well, now my walk is 5 minutes because I cut across Penn Station. If not, it would have been longer because I would have to be on the street. So yeah, I'm gonna go explore and see if they have anything there. The reviews are saying they have gluten-free cakes. A cake is not what I'm looking for right now, but why not go and find out what they have? This all looks stunning, honestly. When I used to come here, this was all under construction, and right now they have completed everything. It really is beautiful. Oh my God, they even opened an entrance right there. Wow, they made this plaza so beautiful. Yeah, New York is investing in the infrastructure and making it more beautiful, upgrading stuff. I'm happy to see that. Thank you, New York City, for spending the money for the people. because the city has a lot of tall buildings. And the city still feels like sunrise, especially in this area. And it's so nice. Oh, and it said 39th Street, but it's here, between 37 and 38 on 7th Avenue. Okay, I guess it's a little bit off. And right from the beginning. Oh, is it closed?
Yeah.
Oh, why? They usually open, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's closed. So, do you usually buy stuff here? Okay, so I guess this is not an option. So this is closed? It's closed?
We will open, but we are waiting for our colleagues.
What time do you open?
I'm not sure. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 15 minutes later.
Do you have any? Do you know the store? Do you have
Yeah.
gluten-free? Like, what do you have gluten-free?
Gluten-free, two things. Gluten-free ganache cake and chia pudding. Only 2 items.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
All right. Thank you so much. That's
Bye.
really helpful for me. Thank
Okay.
you. So I'm not waiting around.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so that's all they have. That's not serving me. Oh well. Oh well. What else can I get gluten-free stuff in the morning? Like croissant and stuff like that. That's what I want. I lived here for so long. Nonetheless, I still get like shocked by the things that I see sometimes. People deal with so much in big cities. So much. I think they need to go out in nature a little bit more. I'm gonna try out and see Fresh & Co. if they have anything gluten-free, but I doubt it. Hi, do you guys have anything gluten-free? Gluten-free, yeah?
Bread and wraps.
And any croissants or anything?
Only wraps and bread.
Thank you. No, I wanted some of the sweet stuff. Do you know any place around here that maybe has?
Maybe there's a bakery right here, right next door. Check if they got.
Right down, just going a little bit down?
Maybe like one door down.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so let's try that. She said one door down. Yeah, I see a bakery right there. Italian bakery. Let's see if they have anything gluten-free. Because this is a challenge at 7 a.m. in the morning. Hi, do you have anything gluten-free?
At the moment, no.
Do you know any place that might have? You have a little bit of white, just so you know.
I know, it's
Oh,
okay.
you put it there. No problem. Have a good one. They don't have anything right now. Oh boy, what do I do? What do I do? Even he's having fun and found something that he can eat. Why can't I find anything gluten-free? Remember how yesterday this was full with people? Well, at 7 a.m. it's only getting started. Barely anyone here. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can find any bakeries around here. Koreatown. That lady, I was like, I thought she was going, so I just went. But apparently, she got scared, and I ran across. I don't know how long the line will be for me to get my matcha. So I'm just gonna go down Broadway and let's see, because I want to get my matcha at least. Yeah, I need to get something in my belly. I don't like having the matcha with nothing on, but we'll see right now how we handle this situation. All these spaces where people can sit down are great, but I am seeing one problem: less parking for the cars, which means if you drive in the city, the parking is going to be even higher, because now there's less street parking and you have to park in a garage, and the garages are super expensive, like crazy expensive. So yeah, and they also raised the tolls recently. They made the tolls into the city higher. In fact, I think they even added a toll to one or like a couple of places that did not have a toll. The guy was driving like crazy. I'm seeing a bakery right there where it says at least coffee, so let me check it out. It's not far of a walk. It's right here. Let's see if they have anything. Oh, they have the pastry, the nata. I think it's Portuguese, so who knows. I doubt they'll have gluten-free. Oh, it doesn't hurt to ask. Good morning. Do you have anything gluten-free? Yeah, anything gluten-free? No? Thank you. It smells so nice. It smells so good in here. But no luck. I don't even bother to ask with the small vendors like that cart right there, because they're not gonna have it, and some of them don't have an idea of what gluten is. I've had people say, oh yeah, it's gluten-free, and I'm like, oh, there's a New York bakery right here and desserts. So, but this one closed as well. I thought they're supposed to be open already. Why is it closed? Interesting, it's still closed. Okay, but I don't have many choices there. There's a juice generation. Why don't I get something here and say, is it open? I don't know. It is. I'm gonna get something here. Yay. So they have something new they didn't have before. They added a bunch of new stuff. I don't live in the city now, so I don't really get their stuff, but I think I'm gonna try the mega matcha and see if I can add protein to it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that and solve the problem. Having a healthier breakfast, getting my caffeine, and taking care of everything. Everything has got super expensive. This ended up being $13.79 with a $1 tip. So, and now they ask you if you have allergies. I don't recall them asking if you have allergies before. And one more other detail that was interesting is they're adding collagen to things. Like the one I just got has vanilla collagen. Why? why can't we just have regular drinks? I understand we're trying to be healthy, but if the food naturally does not contain these ingredients, is that actually healthy for us? Or we're just giving our body something else to process that it probably can't process it the way it should be because it naturally does not occur in food the way we are putting it, like the substitute. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, so if any of you know what exactly that means, let me know in the comments below. I would really love to learn a little bit more. But yeah, I was surprised yesterday the matcha I was getting was also like vanilla and then it had collagen. I'm like, why? Yeah, and that wasn't even right that it had collagen. I asked what beauty meant and they said it has collagen and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah. Thank you. Wow, it's a beautiful color. They've improved their straws again. Nice. That's why I love coming to this place. Oh. Nice. I was gonna stretch for a moment, but I think I'm just gonna go out and I'll get my stretch somewhere else outside. Enjoying my drink, walking down Broadway, New York City. I don't know why I believe I've seen on YouTube someone say that they have a bagel place around here that is gluten-free. They have gluten-free stuff, but I don't know where. Oh well, this is gonna do it for today. I have arrived, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to stretch for a moment, literally. I'm gonna put my drink down, my bag down, and do a quick stretch because my hip isn't feeling right and I don't know why. Maybe because I've been feeling tired like for the past few days, not getting enough sleep. I wanted to do it right there, but I don't think that's a good idea based on what I'm seeing. So if you want to enjoy New York City to yourself, then you're better off 3, 2, 1, 0. I think I'm making it across. Yay! Be careful with the bike lane. And I've made it. This is the way into installation. Wow, right here. This is nice for a photo. This was here yesterday. And I didn't realize it's actually for the event. This is where we sat yesterday and had a long conversation. And now, this is the way. This is where the event is going to be, right here. It's really nice set and everything. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm early, so. Uy. I need to hold myself. I don't want to fall over. Wow, I could literally hear a crack. I feel sore. Though I didn't work out yesterday. I did it the day before, on Tuesday. Look who is here with me. Them. No food, sorry guys. The one I need to stretch is really this one. And I need to breathe. I'm realizing I'm not really breathing properly. Someone else stretching over there, another lady. So nice to see that. We literally acknowledging each other for doing it. Not sure the camera caught that because it was a little bit low, but we gave each other a thumbs up and a smile. This is gonna help for sure. I need to do this more often. She's on her phone doing work. Or running business, whatever she needs to do, right? And doing stretches. Okay. She's going all the way in. I'm inspired. I'm gonna do some more things that she does. This one, it's a good one. I think that was 10. Thanks for the inspo. Thanks for the inspiration. Oh, that's crack. One more thing. Actually, no, I'm gonna do it on the chair. no better way to get energy than a little bit of workout. Oh, that felt nice. Have a good day. She literally waved me again. I did my breath work and meditation today on the train. The intention setting, just grounding myself. And hi, do you want to say hi? One of my colleagues already arrived. Ethan, right? Ikan. Oh, so sorry.
You got it.
Ikan, got you. Yeah, so what I noticed is I always in the past had to use some type of guidance to do meditation, to do my breath work. And yesterday and today, I didn't need any guidance. I just felt like I already know what to do and I felt good. And a conversation I had with my friend yesterday, people expect, and I used to expect this too, like my mind to just like clear up and get blank and after you meditate for a very long time. And of course your mind gets calmer and you feel better and you can connect better and you can come back to the present moment easier. I mean, I guess it depends on the day, but I would say in general, because you train yourself. But this idea of your mind just like being empty, being in that like state, I don't know how to explain it, that's why I'm like searching for the right word. Especially if this is not your job, maybe like a Buddhist monk, I don't know, like, somebody who meditates for hours and hours a day, maybe they get to become to that state. But someone like me who meditates only for a short period of time every single day, I kind of don't have that expectation anymore. I had it when I started, but I don't have it anymore. So I wanted to tell all of you not to have that expectation. Set some other goal for yourself. Maybe you want to feel better, maybe you want to feel more grounded. Come back to your present moment easier, not get influenced by, events in your life. Set some other goal for yourself, but don't make the goal of, oh, I want my mind to just, like, I don't want to think about anything. That's kind of impossible. And based on studies, you can even research, I actually researched this, and even I went to some courses and literally the coaches would tell us that, like, don't expect your mind to be blank, you're human, and the possibility of that happening, or the people that do it might I've happened to me before, but it only happened a few times. And once I learned this, I stopped trying to get to a place where my mind doesn't think or react. It doesn't take me to other place rather than the present moment, and just started to just embrace my whole being, all of it. And I felt like the more I embraced that, which is not an easy thing to do, but with practice it happens, the better I started to feel about myself. And then, this is not the only thing that I do. I do other work that goes well with the meditations, and it really helps for your mindset and emotional state, all the things. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna leave the vlog right here, or at least this part. I don't know if I'll be filming throughout the day, but I'm gonna turn it off only because my colleagues are arriving and we're supposed to start in about 10 minutes, a little bit less. Hello Chupids. You know how much I've enjoyed making this video yesterday and today, but unfortunately this is not ending the way I expected. Well, I don't know if I would say I had a specific expectation. I literally said to the universe, surprise me and bring me something good. I mean, I didn't think something good would be crying my eyes out and being let go from a job. I've done this type of events since I was in college, so at this point I've been doing this, I don't know, 12, 13 years, a long time, right? Maybe even longer, maybe 15 years. Anyways, I was just crying. I called my husband. I even spoke to my coach because I was just having a breakdown. They let me go from this job, and the only explanation I got was I asked a stupid question. When I was in high school, I had a teacher, and I forget, because I know teachers have
different, like their office, right? You have like, I don't know, the language, you have the science, you have, and if the high school is bigger, you have multiple teachers sharing that office as their own. They have their own desk. And outside of one of the, I forget what subject this teacher was. I don't want to say biology. I don't remember. History. I think he might have been a history teacher. Anyways, out on the door, it always said there is no such a thing as stupid questions. And I recall actually outside of that door talking one time to this teacher because I didn't ask certain questions in class because I don't remember why, but exactly, but I know it was somewhere related to like, I didn't want it to be a stupid question, maybe it's not relevant, all those things, right? And in that moment he said to me, do you see this? And I'm like, yeah, I see it every single day, and I get reminded of it. He's like, that is true. There's no such a thing as stupid question. You can always learn something from. And that's how you learn, by being curious. And if people don't want to answer those questions, that doesn't mean it's a stupid question. So the day started good. I got on my train at 5:30 in the morning. I came here, walked around, tried to find gluten-free snack for myself. Couldn't really find it, or the one I was looking for. I found something else. I arrived. I was the only person there. I stretched. As you seen from the video, I'm gonna leave that in the video. And then everybody started arriving, but for some strange reason, we were not asked to meet at a specific location where the event is, even though there's plenty of sitting space and everything. But I sat there and everybody started arriving there, not at the location at the corner that we were sent to. So first I got like nervous because sometimes you work at this event with people who don't have experience being managers, and I was like, should I go to the corner? But everybody else is arriving here. So what do I do? And everybody said like, just relax, like no big deal. We're here, and if they tell us to go over there, then we'll go over there, which was maybe, I don't know, like 100 feet away. No, maybe a little bit more, but like think of it as like 1 block away, which is not our actual work location. And when we come for these events, we do have to check in at the location. Sometimes you might be asked to meet at a different location, but that's only if there's no room, there's no space, you know, but you never really get asked. If the location is there, you don't get asked to go somewhere else. So fine, like that's no big deal. But anyways, I was kind of like anxious and nervous because the manager that was managing me was actually rude to me the day before, out of nowhere. I was clarifying if our lunch would get paid. Sometimes for these events we get paid for like our lunch is included, and other times it's not. So I asked the person who technically hired us, who is the intermediary, who is the production company, and they said like, you have to ask your manager for that. And then when we were just with our manager for the event, because she's not like the person who hired us or manages our portfolio, but she's like on-site person who's managing. Her response was like, yes, when did we ever get paid for lunch? Like literally those are her exact words. But I didn't make anything out of it. I was like, okay, like I didn't need to be answered that way, but I was like, okay, fine, whatever. She's dealing with stuff. So I let it go. And then I think that's why in the morning I was anxious. I wasn't the only one though, like other people too were a little bit anxious. They're like, well, where do we go? Do we stay at the location, or do we go where she sent us, which was literally she sent us to like PetSmart. I'm like, why are we meeting at PetSmart when the event is right here? But fine, I was kind of collaborating with everybody, saying what's the right thing to do, and in the end, everybody ended up staying where we were, and she came to us, and that's it. So, and I was there since like 7:25. They also changed the time. We were supposed to start work at 7, but they said 8. Started 8 a.m. But then in the end, things are not organized. And I think what also caused anxiety is that they didn't set the roles. Then they did set the roles of where you're gonna be, what you're gonna do, but then they started changing and then say, oh, you guys have to figure out who's gonna do what. Because some people weren't feeling well and they said we don't really want to do that role, which usually doesn't happen. I mean, it can happen, but like it has to be like serious thing. And I felt like some people on the team just didn't want to do one of the roles because they were more difficult and they were assigned those roles. And I would often step in to like take over, but today, you saw it from the video, I literally had hip pain, so I was like really happy where they set me up. Also, I love cheering people. I love, being people. I love making people feel good. And I think that's one of my number one thing when I work events is just that I bring that bubble personality. I make people feel good. And I was excited to be where I was placed, and I didn't want to change that because that is my strength. And on top of that, I didn't want to be walking for miles and miles if my hip is not doing well. So, fine, like I didn't think that was a big deal. They asked me if I want to change, and I said, no, sorry, like I prefer to stay here because of X, Y, and Z, which I just mentioned. And that was fine. We're still like waiting around. It looks like they're kind of confused. They don't know what to do, whatever. Some people already knew what they're doing. Then they keep telling us, go over here, go over there. We're going to take photos. We're not going to take photos. Stand where your spot is. Don't. And something that happens at events, this is common. What's not common is a manager telling the employees, or we're not really her employees, we're all contractors, but like usually the manager doesn't tell the team, you figure out who's gonna do what. The manager would usually know what somebody's strength is, like even maybe ask them, what have you done before, whatever, and then based on that, assign your role. And in this particular case, that wasn't happening. And for me, it made me a little anxious and like worried and stressed. So eventually, I think things got handled. And then we were doing, I think, last hurdle, like kind of together before we start, because we already had a couple of those. But anyways, we were doing that last one. And I was like, okay, this is like my last moment of being able to, this is like my final moment of being able to ask questions before we officially like start and people start coming in. So during that time, I take the opportunity to ask 2 questions. One was I asked if water will be provided because we're supposed to be here for 11 hours. Okay, fine, we've been here already for a couple hours, but that's still about, 8-9 hours that we are planned or scheduled to go for the rest of the day. And I asked, where's water? Because they said they're gonna provide water, and it's so important because we're not allowed to have water on us. I actually brought some water, put it in a bag, but they threw it away. So they threw my own water away. I don't have where to place it. I'm not allowed to have it on me. Again, all these things are understandable. Like, that wasn't the problem for me. My problem was that I didn't know where I need to go if I need water. Who do I get in touch with? Where is it located? Where are the bathrooms? Like, even that wasn't clear. I think between us, we figured out where the bathroom was, but no one said, hey, there's a bathroom right here, there's a bathroom right there. They said there's a possibility that you can use this bathroom. Like, a possibility? Like, I'm working, I need to know where is the bathroom? Where is the, like, basic things for an 11-hour day. Again, none of that I expressed in any attitude at all. I just wanted to reconfirm. I said, "Hi guys, like I was like, can you let us know where's the water gonna be?" And then the person said, "We'll let you know." That was like the person's response. It's like, okay, they will let us know. They don't want to handle that right now, and this is very common. When meetings like this happen, at the end, they kind of want to get the big stuff out of the way and they leave the small stuff for later. So again, I didn't take that as a big deal. I was like, okay, I asked, I brought it back up. Hopefully someone is going to come to us. If not, I will ask again. So a few other people asked questions, like someone even asked, like, what are we going to do about the rain? The response was, nothing, we're not planning for rain today. And the forecast keeps changing. So people were also concerned about that. Like, are we going to work if it rains? Are we leaving? Do we have like a tent or something to stand under? None of that was being handled or responded to. And then I also asked a question. I said, so the morning was a little bit stressful. I think this is how I said it. I don't remember the exact wording, but like something around this. I said the morning was a little bit stressful, so I wanted to set like a new tone for the day. Like, you know, like how's the day gonna go? And the person in charge just said, "We're all set. You know your spot. Like, you know where your spot is." I was like, yeah, I know where my spot is. And that was the whole answer. There was zero acknowledgement that, you know, it's an event. And events like this get stressful. It's just impossible not to. You're also having it at Flatiron, right in the middle of New York City. On top of that, there's more stress. So the fact that we were not acknowledged at all, again, I didn't think of it as a big deal. I thought more of it as of like, hey, here we are expressing our needs. If you don't address it right now, hopefully you address it later, or, you know, maybe even the person can come to you and have the conversation with you without having everybody else and address like what's going on. Also, like usually at events like this, we tend to float. There was no communication about you guys gonna be switching around, floating, none of that. And usually you're always, like, every event I worked on, I was told, this is what's gonna happen. You guys probably around this time, I'm gonna come and float you around. Around this time, you might start getting like your breaks. Again, a lot of times people don't have exact time because, you know, the managers have a lot going on, but they do plan ahead at least a little bit. Like, they just give you an idea. And then when the events start, the managers get a little bit freer, they have a little bit more liberty, so that they sit down and be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna schedule this person at this time. Also, sometimes they even ask you like, do you want your break earlier, do you break you later? Because that way some people can take a break and other people can fill in, and you have people rotating and everybody's taken care of, because these are your people that are facing the customer. And they even mentioned, I didn't know this, but they mentioned they have like, I don't know how many influencers, but a lot. Like, I don't know if they said 40 influencers, but don't quote me on it. It was a big number. I didn't expect that many influencers to come for this event, and I was like, wow. I was like, this is a big deal. So for all these things to not be handled when it's a big deal. Now, none of those things, like I asked them, everything is cool. I was so excited. I was gonna be one of the people taking up the information, so I'll be one of the first person that greets the people. And I was so happy. Like, I was like, fine, like, all right, fine, like, we're starting, set the mindset for that, like, make sure people feel good. And a few moments later, the person who's in charge of me, or like of us, the BAs, oh my god, I can't even think right now. BA stands for brand ambassador. Gosh, that's, you know, how I'm having a hard time. She says to me, I'm gonna have you take photos in the back. I'm gonna take over the front, the check-in, and I'm gonna have you take photos in the back. And I was like, okay, like with people's phones. Then the production person who's in charge, I think, or one of them who's in charge, I don't know who really is in charge, because clearly like nobody really knew who's in charge. They're all kind of a little bit in charge. or maybe they're just in charge of different areas. That wasn't clear either. They were just saying like this person, you can go to this person, this person, this person. So they didn't specify for what. They said like these 3 people handle this. So I don't know. He asked why is she doing here. She's like, well, you know, this other person said she should be here, not in the front. And then he's like, but no one is doing this. It's like, yeah, but she was asking. So this is the thing that I know why they let me go, because I actually, they told it to my face. So they said that, oh, I think she should be out. Like she should just go, send her home. And he looked at me, he's a taller man. So he like looked down at me and he's like, yeah, like you for this type of stuff, you can be sent home. You know, like kind of like confused, like what stuff. So I just looked at him. I didn't say much. He's like, you ask stupid questions in front of the client, and I'm like, what? Like I was shocked. Like I was so shocked by that. I was like, really? This is the reason why you're letting somebody go? Because you're not handling your job? That one more thing that happened earlier, which was with the same person. We're encouraged to try the products that we're promoting. So before everything started, where everybody was figuring stuff out, I took the opportunity, went to the stand and tried the products. So I know what they are, right? And how they taste. So I said to him that the product was warm. And he's like, this batch is gonna be warm, the next one is gonna be cool. But don't tell anyone. And I said, oh yeah? So why, are you gonna take care of us as well? And then he's like, oh yeah, I was the person who actually hired you guys. I was the one who chose everybody. And I was like, fine, you know, I was like, this is not okay. But I was like, fine, I'm not trying to cause problems for anybody here at all. Like, I know things get rough and tough in this event. So again, I didn't make much of it. Like, I'm not trying to go and tell a person, this is happening, this is happening, this is a problem for this person did this. No, this wasn't it. Like, we're having a conversation. You asked me how the product was. I told you how the product is. I didn't go talk to anybody, spread rumors or anything like that. It was directly to the person. So then that happened way before the little huddle that we had. So, or cuddle, is that what it's called? I think it's called a cuddle, but you're not really cuddling, you're just like getting together to have like a quick meeting or something. So in that moment when they are like deciding in front of me what they're gonna do with me, and then he just says, you're 86, you're out. And I was like, okay, so do I just grab my stuff? And he's like, yep, you can just out, you don't do that. And I just went and I called the manager straight, like the person who is in charge for my agency, because there's 3 people. You have the main client whose event this is, you have the production who is the client of my agency, and that's when I like broke down and I was like, this is the shittiest way to handle this. One, I could tell they're short on staff. So if you're short on staff and you have somebody doing a good job, just because they ask a question that you didn't like or you didn't know how to handle, that's not the reason to fire that person. You don't let go of somebody because you just, well, I don't like your question, so goodbye. And in that moment, I felt really bad. Like a few moments later, I like just broke down. And I even broke down to the manager and I said, listen, X, Y, Z happened. Literally, I just told her exactly the same thing I'm telling you. I was honest with her, and I was also saying to her, like, this has never happened to me. I've worked with you guys for so long. I hope that this doesn't impact my work or like booking new jobs, because I really don't think I did anything wrong. They just were stressed and, well, they found me the person to take it on. Oh my God, I'm so congested. Sorry. So I said to her, I don't think this has to do anything with a question because I wasn't rude. I also didn't share details. I just said like the morning was a little bit stressful and how are you gonna set the rest of the day for all of us since we are the ones that are facing the client literally the whole day. And to be met with such a response, especially if there wasn't a good reason for it. Like I even took notes and I tried to remember the things that they were teaching us, and I even went over it with one of my colleagues. Like we literally went over like some of the facts because we're gonna be the ones facing the people that come in, so like basically preparing the best we could. I mean, they told us they don't expect us to be experts, which is very nice because sometimes clients like this expect you to be an expert in their product and you just learned about it yesterday. So but nonetheless, they gave us like a sheet with like little facts that we can remember. She said like remember at least a few of them. You don't have to remember them all, but the ones that you connect with, like do that basic stuff. So I was like, okay, this is nice. Like this gives a good foundation for us. And they also have a doctor that can answer any like nutritionist who can answer all the questions that they have right there. Like if people have extra other questions, which was also really nice to hear. So, you know, I was like shocked. So in that moment where that happened, the first thought I had was like, I shouldn't have asked any questions. But then the second thought was like, but they said, please feel free to ask us any questions. We're here to respond to them. So then when you're asked the question, you're what, threatened? You don't answer. You blame the person who answered the question. You pretend that this thing didn't happen, that you don't actually have a problem, that it's not an event. All the events are stressful. I wasn't expecting perfectionism. I was looking for solutions. And in that moment, I just said, you know, I'm just gonna call the manager. There's not much I can do here. I didn't fight anyone. I just literally walked away. Literally the same moment they told me, I just walked out. I walked away because I don't need to reason. Yes, I booked the day and there is a chance of me not getting paid, which will suck because I was counting with this day and this pay, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Like, what the hell am I doing here? It's not like I'm a nutritionist and this type of products is like my specialty or expertise. So I'm here because of that, or like super fan of the products. Like I just learned about them today. So the other thought I had was like I shouldn't be asking questions, and I know that I'm like losing a little bit of the train of thought because I'm just so emotional. But my other thought was like I shouldn't be asking questions. Maybe if I don't ask questions, I would, I don't know, have more jobs. That doesn't make any sense. Because what? Anyways, my brain started to like go into the flight or fight mode. Oh, like what if I don't book more jobs? What if somebody labels me as difficult? Oh, they're not gonna want to work with me. And that's when I was like, no. Remember what happened in high school? Remember what happened? Okay, so my battery died, unfortunately, but luckily I have another one. So I think the last video where it cut off was basically like my train of thought of like I shouldn't ask questions because that could impact my job and I won't get more jobs and blah blah blah. But then I also remembered something else a moment later, and that was the fact that I've been wanting to express, like, but truly honestly express myself and my needs since I was really, really young. And society tells you, especially as a girl, to not express. Your opinions are not valid. Your opinion is not valid. You are too much. You are too emotional. Your expectations are too high. You need to behave in this way so men, you know, could like you, or like you can find a husband. And if you don't do that, then you know, men are not gonna like you, or you're never gonna get married, or if you don't cook or whatever, clean, or if you don't listen, or if you are too outspoken. That's actually one of the things that since I was a little girl I was told I was too outspoken. So then I would speak up, but I wouldn't really speak up what was on my mind or in my heart. I would speak up on a surface, but really what's deep inside would get buried into the pile of all these things that I'm trying to be that I'm not, or thinking that I'm not those things, so I'm always trying to be somebody else. So in reality, I lose who I really am, even if I might actually be all those things that I want to become. I don't feel like I'm those things, so therefore I'm working from a place that I'm not this, but I am. So one example of that would be, I always, since I was really young, since I moved to America, I knew that I wanted to do videos, to film, to take photos, to be in the creative field. But because I grew up in an environment where your voice doesn't matter, then I took a different path. And that's fine. I'm not saying I learned a lot from that. So, but today that reminded me of exactly that. Like, Miljana, this is happening for a reason. And even though it looks like this door closed, that door didn't close. Another door opened. In fact, a bigger door opened. And I am certain for it. And I'm gonna give you some reasons and proof for it. The last week I have really, really embodied speaking up for myself, even with my own family. And I've been doing that for some time, but I felt like I was doing it and it was like this resistance. And right now I just felt like things are flowing. I feel like I'm expressing from my essence, and I'm a lot more grounded. And the team that I was working with today, with some of the people that I connected with, and you always connect with people in these type of events, especially like you help each other out, you give information, like someone says, yeah, I work with this agency, or I do that, and it's like a networking. But today and yesterday, I felt like I bonded to especially to the ladies, some of the ladies, in such a way where I was creating a longer term relationship, not just for the moment. The vibe was just different. It was different. I also felt different. I also wasn't afraid to keep my mic right here. Didn't care. You know, I was like, hey, I'm here for this job. This doesn't interfere with this one. Like, who cares, right? So, and also to like walk down the street and to film with so much ease. I have never done things with so much ease. Right now, like I'm sitting here and I guarantee you there's so many people looking at me. I'm not saying that I don't feel uncomfortable at all, but not like before. I'm expressing whatever I feel that I want to express. I don't care if they hear me. I don't care if they see me cry. I don't care what their opinion is, because this is my life. And as Courtney, who was on the team, told me earlier, when I said, wow, you're so bold, you're doing you, she said to me, if I died right now, none of you would cry for me. And I was like, yeah, but your family would cry. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about family. I'm talking about all of you here. And I'm like, and we were like, but that's not true. Like, I'm getting to know you. I'm a little sad. She's like, that's true. You're getting to know me. There was another girl there who knows her a little bit more. And she said, like, you would probably feel sad, but you get my point. Like, I am gonna be fully myself. I'm here, I'm grateful, I'm alive, and I'm gonna do me. And I was like, wow, like what a breath of fresh air. What a great reminder. So I said I need a little bit more of that in my life. It looks like that's exactly what I got. I needed more of that in my life, and universe said, here, you're ready for the next stage. So first, to the management. You clearly don't know what the hell you're doing. A person like me on your team, though in your eyes it's considered difficult, it's actually a person who is bringing you a solution, a way to your solution, bringing up a problem that is like, listen, this you can, and like if you're not aware of this happening, you're like, oh wow, okay, I wasn't aware of that. How can we solve it? And there's no such a thing as a problem that is not worth dealing with. Maybe you can't deal with it right now, but I guarantee you can deal with it. You can find a solution. The other thing, which is I think should be number one, is like the most important one. I'm not really going in order, I'm just saying some things. If you don't care about your brand ambassadors, who are the face of your client, of this event, if you're treating them like shit, well, how do you think they're gonna get their work done? How do you think they're gonna leave tomorrow from here? Do you think they're gonna talk good about your client? Because even though you're the one managing this, in the end of the day, the name they're gonna remember is not your company name, but the client that you're working with. And they're gonna say what? Oh, well, I did torn event and they just, guess what? They didn't treat me well. They didn't treat me well? So, number one thing that I wanna say is, this is not how you manage your working bees. Your working bees are the reason why you have a company to begin with, why you have a brand, why you have a product, why you exist. We are the reason. And you're telling me that you care about your customers? Do you really? I don't think you do. I don't think you know what that means. Which also shows that if there were 4 people on the team, 4 people on the team, 3 of them men, and I think all of them are the production, were in charge, and their response is, fire the girl who's asking the difficult questions. Then first, you probably, I don't know if you even got trained in people management or team management, leadership. Clearly you have 0 skills to do that. So yeah, you're not skilled to manage people. You're not skilled to take care of people. And you need to have somebody on your team who is for that, and not just faking it, which a lot of companies do. You put a nice face on, but in reality they don't give a F about you. So I would say number 2, whatever. You don't have the skill set to manage the working bees of your event, which are the ones that you're gonna be. The other one that I want to say is, a person like me is not a threat to you. You don't have to feel threatened. Even if the client is there, you can own up to it. If there is any issue, you can just own up to it, you know? And bring some compassion to it. If we can stand around for hours without having clear directions of what we're doing, nothing will happen to you if somebody asks you a question to set up the day, like to change up the vibe of the day. There's a bird right there in the flowers. Because that's all really I was doing. I wanted to set a new tone for the day. Since now we kind of know what was going on, you know what's going on, set the tone. And this New Yorker vibe where I step over whoever I want, and also very masculine, but toxic masculine, and I eliminate all the threats, just eliminate them without any consequences, there is actually consequences. You are understaffed, and this person didn't do anything to you. In fact, this person is probably one of the most enthusiastic people that you have on the team. So how do you take out somebody like that? Like, do you gains, losses? So you like, you have somebody who has experience, who is enthusiastic, who wants to be here, who is excited, and you're just like, well, it's gonna eliminate you. So what happens to the rest of the team? Oh. So yeah, and then the other thing that I think I was talking about, and then my phone, like the camera died, was the direction that this is teaching me my life is going. The first one was like, shit, I shouldn't have said anything. But then after a little bit thinking, talking to my husband, talking to my coach, it's redirecting, it's reaffirming, it's testing. The universe is saying, Miljana, you said you want to be free, you want to self-express, you want to use your voice, you want to inspire people, you want to heal people through your own experiences, you want to share your real life stories with people. So what are you going to do with that? Here's a little test for you. What are you going to do? And I finished work. I'm literally just a block away from the location, which is fine. I took a sit and I said, okay, first I'm gonna get myself a little bit together. And second, this is just the beginning. This is just a confirmation for me that I'm doing the right thing. And I wish more people use their voice when bad things happen to them. If you get harassed, speak up. Don't be like, it's no big deal. Speak up, make a report, talk to people, like deal with it. It's not gonna just help you, it's gonna help you and then 100 other people. Like, it's a ripple effect, literally. Management is treating you bad, speak up. I think yesterday I should have spoken up. Like, when she was rude to me, I should have said, there's no reason for you to be rude to me. It's a valid question. Literally, I should have just said something to her, and then also to the manager who was managing us, because this girl, I've worked with her before, and she was always a little bit with an attitude, but she was never like actually saying mean things to me or, you know, behaving in such a way. And I understand that today she was stressed. That's the reason why I said nothing. I kept it to myself, but in reality, I should have spoken before any of these things happened, because maybe that would have helped for her to get some direction and support. But I don't want her to also look bad in front of our management, because I understand, you know, that she needs the job, that she wants to be a manager, that she's enjoying probably parts of it. So I wanted to be supportive in that way, but in the other way, I was clearly hurting myself and her, because if I would spoken up to her and to our manager, I'm sure she would have gotten more support on like how to handle things. But yeah, I kind of like let things be, and nothing wrong with going with the flow, which is what I felt like I was doing. Like, I felt like I don't want to step over anybody's toes by living my own life. Interesting. One more example of how I was living my own life. Yeah, I cannot continue doing this. And I'm so glad I asked those questions. Incredible. I'm glad if this didn't happen, I wouldn't create a deeper meaning to my self-expression. And for all of you out there, please do not dim your own light. Speak up. Ask questions. There's no such a thing as stupid questions. All right, give me a moment. I'm gonna see if I want to share anything else with all of you, because Okay, so I think the way I would like for all of you to hear these last words from me, and that is my whole life, literally since I was a kid. First, I felt ugly. Second, people told me I was beautiful, and then when they told me I was beautiful, I always wanted to hide. You know, if I got attention, and a lot of times I got attention without asking for attention, many times, because I'm bubbly, because I smile, because I'm playful, because I don't know, I like to connect with people. And other times I don't do any of those things, and people just, you know, come talk to me. And I've been struggling with this part, which is visibility, right? And I'm doing a type of work where I cannot be like, oh my God, my back. Oh, that felt good. It's so hard to express this, but I know exactly what I want to say. I always wanted to hide. Like, there were so many times in my life where I just did not want to be seen. Like, there were moments where I remember that I just wanted to disappear at this moment. And nothing bad happened, nothing like that. I just felt like people were seeing me, noticing me. And then I chose a career where I need to be seen, right? Like, how am I gonna grow my channel if people don't wanna see me? So, this gets me to the conclusion. Oh my God, this is so good. And it's gonna make me cry, but for a very different reason. Not sad tears, but happy tears. Happy tears. I came into this world to be seen. I came into this world to use my voice. I came into this world to impact it, to transform it, to show those people who are like me that they don't have to be quiet, they don't have to be doing things in the shadows. You were born to be seen. You came here to be seen. Your opinions matter. Your dreams matter. What you want matters. What you need matters. What you have to say matters. And there is a place and space for you. So just take up the effing space. Take it up. Open up. And if you don't know how, just start. You know, as they say, big shots are just little shots who keep on firing. And if you don't know what that means, look at my YouTube channel. You will see how many videos I created and how much I have struggled with my visibility and self-expression, but I never gave up. So let this be a reminder for you to not give up, to just keep on going. And if you don't know how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, just do with what you have and know right now. That's it. Don't worry about what else you need to know. You can keep that in perspective, but don't let that stop you. Just do it. You know, just do it. Just take the action. Do it every single day, do it every single week. If it takes 30 seconds in the beginning, which is really what it was for me, it was just like very short moments. And I did it. And I'm so grateful I did it. Because those short moments turned into larger moments. And today, I do a lot of it. Like, I spend a lot of my time doing what I love. you matter, and there's a place for you. And if you meet people like me today who don't get that value, don't get what you are about, they're just not the right people to be around and to work with. But the people that you want and need are out there. So go for it. Take up the space. Oh my God. Take up space. Ask the damn questions. They don't like them, their problem, not yours. Because questions are an opportunity to be curious, to learn something, to find a solution, to become something that maybe you haven't been, that has been there for you the whole time. A new opportunity, a grand opportunity. So take it, Chupinins, and I really hope you take this. You take this with you. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. You're the real one, and you got it. You got this. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, mic is not working, but I'm here at FIT and somebody's doing a live video. And look at this artwork. So if you like any of them, you can follow anyone. They have their handles. If they have a social media, you see they have their social media handles. But I don't really know the team. What's the team here? I'm seeing struggles. I'm seeing reflection. The city. Yeah. The inner child. Right here I see the inner child. I think she's either drawing or journaling, something like that. Sense. Going deep in. This is an eye, but even, yeah, going beyond what you see with your eyes. Very interesting. Inner child, artistic. Yeah, this is so cool. Alright, this is about healing and drug-free campus. Wow. The planet, the impact on the planet right here. There's a fish and the water, the ice. Another like a mirror kind of reflection artwork. Oh, that food smells so good. I'm next to food courts. They smell so good. I think this is the inner beauty right here. Love yourself, appreciate yourself. Stop constraining yourself. Set yourself free. She seems very constrained. And with her back this way, even though her hands are looking like she's facing us, she's actually not facing us. And she has her hands behind. I'm not much. Am I? You're everything. Is this the inner child as well? Conversation? And literally in the beginning says reflection FIT. I didn't see the writing, I just looked at the art. Is this a class? Did they do this for a class, or does anyone know why this artwork is here? I think it's done on chalk. You can see on the floor, there's chalk everywhere. And this one here, wow. Meant to pig. The creatures, the creatures outside looked from pig to man. The creatures outside looked meant to from pig to man. Pig. Okay. Can anyone help me with English here? Please. Wow, there's more. There is more. So going. Wow. Into darkness, all my regrets. Should have listened. I was a hero. I was prideful, led to destruction. So this is how pride can be destructive. And I think this is so fun. My favorite so far. Wow. Mother wounds, huh? That's what I saw. The adult and the child. She is polished, and this one has her little toy. Did you have a dream to become a cook? And then she gave it up for being a rich housewife? Curious what this means. And then the stars. Great. Great work, FIT. What is that kid doing there? Okay, he's going inside of the pizza place. Alright, I'm guessing he's not alone. Because I was like, that kid is alone. I didn't want to stand right there staring at him, but I was like concerned for a second. I'm like, what is this kid doing? He's so tiny. He had a phone in hand, but still. Thank you for joining me for this adventure in New York City.